ladder just so I can be alone. We ain't on the same type time. I'm spending mine being CEO of 9 Live, Attic City, Twisted Sound, Yo World, just to name a few. She been trying to fuck me on the low, even though I got a wife at home. Told me that a couple hundred, keep it quiet, she'll never make an episode. But we can make a couple episodes. Hard pass, but I gotta go. That money cost.
Your generation, the one that is picking up for where the Panthers left off, saying, all right, enough is enough. The generation before us forgot about the fight. We're picking it back up.
Not only forgot about the fight, forgot about us. Yes, and we're picking it back up. But at this level, all we're trying to do is unite. We're killing each other because we're killing ourselves. We're not, when another man, I know, I've been in a position, it's out of our control. It's not like he wants to kill. He just doesn't want to die. You know what I'm saying? It's that situation when you got, we are living in a war zone. It's not as easy as these people are making.
Make every memory feel better than the last. It'll feel like the first time.
Exactly, this R&B. That nigga sang with an A. That nigga sang with an A.
About that shower with your foot on the bed while you lotion up your legs. Them days when all we do is
Y'all get this exclusive, man. Y'all ain't get this to that video come out.
How about them days when we spending bankrolls in the city? We ain't going shopping for the kids. You were gone 'cause of something I done done. I was in tears. How we remember to think about it, dream about it.
Go ahead. They need to know this shit real.
Think about it, dream about your kisses.
That ain't
Think
studio.
about it, dream about it.
Ain't no auto-tunes here, nigga.
To think about me. You think about it, dream about my kisses. To think about it, dream about your kisses. To think about it, dream about it. So think about me. If you know just what I feel, gonna keep it real and put your hands up. If you know exactly what they feel, gonna keep it real, put your hands up. Woo, yes,
That's some R&B.
that's water, baby.
That's real right there. That's a real.
That's water, baby.
That boy can sing. That boy
That's
good.
sang right there, man.
Yeah, that's that
Like
from
that,
right
man.
here.
Exactly.
Feel it right here.
Exactly.
It's different, bro.
Exactly. That thing hit harder, man.
Yeah.
Like I catch myself, I be rapping and shit, bro. Cause I, in my opinion, I feel like I got it.
Yeah, nah, hell yeah.
But
I ain't gonna lie, you tripped me out though, cause I was like, nah, we ain't doing that, bro. You can sing. So then this nigga whips the verse out.
word, yo, bro,
This
listen.
nigga about to have you go combo.
So when I rap, I be like, all right, I got bars. But then when I sing, yo, I feel that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I feel what I'm saying. Like it's
different.
more. I feel like I feel more respectful when I'm singing
Yeah.
toward the art of music. You know what I mean? Rap is awesome. Like I love the rap. I like spitting bars. I like, you know what I mean? But when I sing, yo, it's a different feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different. It bring out more emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I do music. That's what I aim at. People emotions. You feel me?
Yeah, I want to
touch. I
want
want
to
to touch
just
the
sit there and
emotion.
shut the fuck up. Even if you just like that shit is, I'm really like, alright.
Exactly. That's that. Like you remember when you was younger and your mama cleaning the house. What she listen to?
Yeah, that shit.
R&B.
That
She
shit.
put that R&B on, and the whole house starts
Real
smelling like
R&B.
pine, salt, and bleach.
Yeah, real.
Yeah,
R&B.
me.
So,
Yeah, like that's that
So-
temptation that even though they not a real group,
you just
the
said
five
temptation.
heartbeats.
What you talking? Nigga, you said temptation. Let me tell you, I've told this story before, but I grew up, bro, early high school. When I moved back to my mom's, I had a TV. So she had the radio. So I would listen to the radio, how people watch TV. Oh, my show coming on at 8. I knew what was coming on.
Exactly.
So I just listened to music. Then I'm like, hold up. I ain't realize it, but I was studying music. So I went and got all the old shit. Because one of my favorite artists, Marvin Gaye.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
We still listen to Marvin Gaye. Not to mention how long he been dead, but how long he been making music. We still listen to him. I wanted to know why.
Because he made timeless music.
And I had to figure out what was timeless. So I'm like, oh, hold up.
It's timeless.
Humanity.
Exactly.
He made normal music.
He made music that people understood, people felt. He didn't make music for the time. He made music for time, for all time.
For humanity, like, yo.
For humanity, like you said.
Inner City Blues. You can play that at a Black Lives Matter rally or some dope
You can play
shit.
anything
You know
that he put down on wax at any time, any day.
Like,
you can bump that shit in the
your
shower.
girl beefing a little bit, you put sexual here. Like, yo, hold up. You can't be mad at me with that.
That boy was whispering on tracks.
I might have to
He
get
was
super
whispering
nasty
on tracks before the Yang Gang twins was talking about. I was like,
bro, this was the smoothest dude I ever heard in my life. What?
Exactly, man. So
I never heard no shit like that.
It's been in a light mind, and that's why I ain't really dropped no raps lately, man. Like I've been working on R&B, for writing R&B, and I'm waiting for Mikey to finish some beats for me, man. Cause he, like I said, Mikey a beast, man. He started making beats because I needed beats.
That's what he said. I was like, that.
Because I needed beats. It wasn't even because he wanted to do it. It's just like as my brother, yo, he felt like I had a talent.
Nah, serious, bro.
You feel me?
Serious.
And he was like, you know what? I got you. Fuck it. He went out, cops, and he spent his own bread. You feel me? On that. He spent his own bread on that. And that was love, bro. That was love. And that's why every track I do, you hear it. You hear Mikey, King Mikey and Bees, dog. Like, you hear it. He don't have to tag the beat because I'm going to say his name. You feel me? I'm going to let it be known that he made that beat. Now, when you hear beats with that got tags in them, you know what I mean? Then you know that's that man beat. You feel me? But other than that, like the song that I released, Bet Your Lies. You feel me? You hear it. You hear me say his name, King Mikey and Beast. You know what I mean? IIgo the Great One. You know what I mean? It's King Mikey and Beast. IIgo the Great One.
We gotta start from the beginning. Where you from though?
Man, I'm from Jersey, man. Born and raised.
Jersey, baby.
Born and raised. No.
I
was born and raised.
You know, we've been here for a minute.
Exactly.
So we say Jersey, but for everybody else, I need you to know.
Jersey is a huge
when you
place,
from
man.
Newark, you say you from Newark.
Yeah,
we just been here for a minute, so we got the right to say, man,
we
I'm
got
from
the right to
Jersey.
say I'm from Jersey.
We ain't trying to press nobody.
Exactly.
When you
So
ask
I'm
me
from
somewhere,
Newark,
you
New Jersey.
like, yo, if you in New Jersey or you somewhere else, niggas know about you. You don't just say you from Jersey because they might think you from Jersey City. You could be from Camden. Nah, nigga, I'm from Newark.
Old Bridge.
I'm from Newark, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah,
Easy, right?
Born and raised, Newark, New Jersey, man. I lived in East Orange. I lived in EO, you know what I mean? But majority of my life I lived in Newark.
What was it like, bro?
Growing up in Newark, man? Yo. I could say I had some beautiful moments in Newark. I could say I had some of the most terrible moments. I've seen some of the most fucked up shit.
Real shit.
Like on some real shit. Like I done seen people die. I seen happiness. I've lost family there.
Right.
So that's always home in the heart. That's always home. But still, you know, I don't want to raise my kids.
Yeah, I've been a scar, my nigga.
Like, I've been a scar for my little people. I bear them. You know what I mean? Like, growing up, yo, I can remember, you know, the block parties. You feel me? I can remember the block parties, the whole entire block outside. One family started the party and then 3 families down started cooking too. Like, fucking, we out here. Feel me? Like, we out here. Like, who made that? This Tinker's down the street got hot dogs over there, not hot dogs over here.
I was young. So when I was young, I was a nigga. Fuck everything else. Where's that smell coming from?
Yeah. I'm blocks that way. Like, yo, they throwing a block party over. You're not even part of the party. You just showed up.
I'm supposed to be down there
somewhere. You know what I mean? Like,
and it always turned into some Nigga, like,
15th Avenue and 11th
Oh,
Street.
you know
that's
where
the
they
first.
go up with it, that plug.
That's the first. 15th Avenue and 11th Street.
They say they all from shit. We was on Central 11, but I'm from 9th to 12th though. But
You know what I mean? Like, my
15th
family
Avenue.
lived all over Newark, bro.
Yeah.
From High Street up to fucking Weekway area, up to West Side Park area. Like, we done lived all over Newark, bro. Like, all over Newark. You know what I mean? Springfield Ave, South Lawn Ave. Like,
South Door
it's
Drive.
dead. Like,
Niggas, I used to think South Door Drive was one word.
no.
I thought this shit was one word, bro.
Shit, nigga, we lived on Brookdale Ave.
Damn.
Yeah, like,
man.
we done lived everywhere, bro. It's not a part of Newark that I don't feel like I lived in.
Well, at least been
You know what I mean?
around.
Or at least
some,
been
some
around.
type of way,
You know what I
man.
mean? So, like, yeah, man, like, Jersey.
What high school you went
Newark's
to?
my home.
Well, I mean, what school you went to out there?
I went to 15th Ave. I went to Alexander.
Yeah,
I went to
that's how I
fucking,
was.
and then
bro.
high school. I went to high school in EO.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I
You
went
went
to
to
high
the
school
campus
in
or
EO.
EOI?
I went to EOI.
Word?
Yeah, bro. First I went to Clifford J. Clifford J. Scott before they merged all the schools together because they had East Orange High, Clifford J. Scott, and then they merged them together and made East Orange High. You know what I mean? So you know them niggas down the hill, they came up the hill, so now we all stuck in this fucking school. There's more fights in that school than a little bit, bro. There's more fights in that school than a little bit, man. I used to have to fight to go home. Damn. That's how crazy it was. We fought to get up the hill because where they let us out at, they let us out on the down the hill part. So we had to come around the building to go up the hill to get out of school. You know what I mean? So fighting to go home, bro. Like fighting to go home, man. I got kicked out of it because of that. I ain't graduated high school, man. I got kicked out of school because of that shit, bro.
I went to Newark Tech at first.
Oh, all right.
I was a little, you know,
Violent,
smart.
nigga.
Nah, I was a little
Violent, smart nigga.
Yeah, you gotta take a touch, but you know, at the same time, right before I got in high school, home was breaking down.
Yeah.
So I was breaking down. Then, nigga, you be all depressed and shit. You know, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what
You start
depressed
messing
is.
up.
And then, I ain't gonna know niggas start jumping off the porch,
Yeah.
right? I'm not lying. Sit on my grandma's porch, head down, depressed.
Right off that motherfucker.
My man Purple, call him Purple because he was so fucking black. He was
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah.
He walked by, he like, it was good, little bro. Alright. I'm like, fuck that, come on. Jumped off the porch.
It was over.
It was over.
It was over.
That was it. And going to North Tech, Central right here. Central behind us. They think North Tech punks because it's like,
Smart kids.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Smart kids.
And it's all Crips in there. I'm from the bloodhood. But then my cousin and shit that we grew up with, not our, you know how we do.
Yeah.
Our cousins,
It's fair.
you know. He came in there, so it was over. Took me under the wing. Just basically like a fucking training for Bloods, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. And from there, it was over. I met all the OGs and I know how to do everything. I do street shit, bro.
Hey,
I just
yo,
fell.
for me, yo, I wasn't a street kid until I went to foster kid for real. You feel me? Like I remember days my mom's was when I was young, my mom was the most beautiful lady I ever met. You dig what I'm saying? And then, you know, shit happened for her. Shit hit hard for her. We got into a fire.
Yeah.
She lost everything. When I say everything, bro, we lost everything.
Word.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a baby picture of me.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, it got even harder for her. It was already hard, her having, you know, 3 kids at a young age. But when that happened, shit tweaked all the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stress.
It got
That's
hard.
heavy.
I went to foster kid, you know what I mean? I lived with my great grandmother first. My great grandma. Now my grandma was doing a big. Like you said earlier, that sit down. My grandma, she put the screwdriver to somebody.
What was he doing?
She put the screwdriver to somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, like my grand did a bid, did a whole state
What, some
state
gangster
bid.
shit or some trying to protect herself?
Protect herself.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And it was a white man.
Grandma was a gangster.
My grandma
She was a gangster.
definitely
That's
a
some
gangster.
gangster shit. That's some gangster shit.
She lived in the streets. My grandma was a street woman. Like, she had my mom at 12, 13. You feel me? They was running the streets. My whole family was running the streets at youngins. You feel me? My grand, you know, was out there. And by the time, you know, my mom was born and started moving herself, my grand had to go do a bid by the time I was 2. You feel me? My grand came home when I was like 18.
Damn.
Yeah. She came home when I was 18. God rest my grand's soul. Like, you know, but she had to do a bid. She did her bid, came home, and was still on her shit. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. My grand came home and was still doing her thing. Like she ain't go out there and start grinding and all that shit, but she started having fun. Like, she missed out on 17 years, almost. You know what I mean? So she came home and started enjoying herself. You know what I mean? Passed away a couple years ago. But when I went to foster care, I actually left my great-grands and was in the system. Foster homes, group homes, bro, it was a wrap from there.
Yeah.
It was a wrap from there, man.
What was going through your mind, though? Because, I mean, you got a
alone.
family, you had came from family and shit.
That's the thing, like, I came from a family, but then when that happened, I saw how bad my family was.
Yeah.
They weren't as close as I wanted them to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I fought to get back to them. And that's how I was feeling. Like, I got to fight to get back to my family. They was the shit. You know what I mean? But then, you know, I ran away from a foster home once to my family. And they sent me back. You know what I mean? They didn't try to take me in like, oh my God, where you been at? Come on, let's see what we can do to get you an hour home.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? They just told me I had to go back. Like, oh, you got to go back to that family. Why? Like, I got family right here.
Right.
That's how I looked at it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all are my family. I'm 12, 11.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And by then, I was already, you know, smoking weed and you know what I mean? Learning how to whistle while I work. You feel me? But at the same time, I was still a kid trying to go back to being a kid. And there was no going back to being a kid. It was over for me.
I feel so not. I feel so not. And I'm at the bad place.
Oh, word. Yeah, I know some shit like that feel crazy though, bro.
Yeah, man.
So like, the streets basically came family almost.
They came to me.
Yeah.
They came to me and I embraced them.
You see how that happened, right? Like some niggas want that shit. I ain't never want that shit.
Nah.
I ain't never want to be done.
I ain't go to the streets. They came to me.
Yeah,
and
it was.
And that's crazy because I hear these rappers today on some real shit, bro. I hear all these rappers talking about, you know, like that man. That's the life. That's the life they want, and they didn't come from that. They weren't forced into that. They go into it because of other rappers. You feel me? Like you got like a rapper I mentioned earlier, that NLE Chopper kid. That kid was like 16, talking about guns and that life. And if you look at his background, he got a mommy, got a nice house, and all that. You feel me? Like they didn't come from that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They didn't come from that struggle that struggle where the streets pulled them in.
You know,
They just swallowed kids.
You know who fucked me up? Casanova.
So I don't even know the dude. I never heard a song by this
story, but I listened to an interview. He said, I was came from a good house, good parents. I had no reason to be out there. So he went out this. I'm not saying he's like 5 or 9. I don't know. You don't know everybody's temperament. You don't know what's going on in the actual house. You don't know, but like it's wild though. Like when you, like I know dudes who had opportunities to do other shit, but they came to us, and I ain't want that. I was trying to man, this shit ain't because like I was saying, I was 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this became my world. It was like these niggas had a similar story to me. It was like the fucking Lost Boys.
Exactly.
Like Peter Pan.
Exactly. Everybody came from a certain background, like, and we was like handpicked by the streets. Like, I want him.
We kind of raised each other. So the shit I learned from niggas, not men. You know what I'm saying? Niggas who knew how to survive. So I learned how to survive. I learned how to like.
You know how to live, though.
Yeah, not how to live, and I never knew how to live.
I learned how to live when I met my wife. I ain't gonna hold you.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause even before I met my wife, like, I was still on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had our little conversation before we started.
Wait, let's go.
It
Let's go
took
back,
a woman to raise a man.
Let's go back. Well,
It took that woman to raise a man.
You out there and shit. Where you like move out here?
I moved out here when I was turning 18, bro.
Word.
And I came out here with the same mentality.
That's what I was
from
saying.
there.
Damn, when you
I
were
moved,
18.
and it wasn't even that type of party out here for real. Like,
know,
don't
that
get me
shit be
wrong, it
confusing.
wasn't saints living out this motherfucker. But I didn't have to come out here and add to
But it ain't
the
that.
bullshit.
It ain't that what we know.
Exactly.
You gotta look for that shit out here.
Exactly. When I moved out here, it was a nice house. Like, it was a nice house.
You ain't gotta look for nothing. You ain't gotta look for shit.
It's already here.
Like you already know what it is.
It's
And eventually somebody gonna holler at you. You know what I mean? Ain't even gonna deal.
I bought that shit out here with me because that's what I knew.
Right.
That's and the crazy thing is, yo, I held on to that mentality so long that even once I got married and all that, I still had it. I had parts of me still in the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That part of me that enjoyed it, that missed it, that didn't leave no. Exactly. You feel me? And
your eyes ain't even, it ain't. Hold on, what's up, big guy? Go upstairs.
they love you, man. They love you, yo. If we was at my house, it'd be the same thing. That's why I ain't even tripping. It'd be the same thing every 9 years. They probably done walked in like, yo, what's up?
Daddy, what you doing? What's that?
Word. They wanna know what's going on. Like, you can't knock it. That's the father in you. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's the father in you.
Word, yeah. Like even, I can't remember. I think I've been out here 7 years now.
I've been out here about 15, bro.
So I'm 36.
I'm 33.
26. I came out here when I was 26 or about to turn 20, some shit like that. And I was already out the streets for like a year out there, but I ain't gonna say not hustling, but not out the streets. Cause just cause you ain't hustling don't mean
that you're not
still around
exactly.
and you might be
You got the
middleman and some
females.
shit.
Somebody call you like, yo, could
You
you?
might bust a move right now with this.
Exactly. And that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Little
Like,
bullshit like that.
I was still out here. You feel me?
And then some shit happened. And my niggas crossed me, all this shit. But you know what I felt like now? I understand it, right? So something happened before, where you talk to God.
Yeah.
You pray.
Even if you don't believe in Him.
Yeah.
Even if you don't believe, you
like,
catch yourself. God,
I understand what they call it now, a covenant. You make
Mm-hmm.
that covenant with God. You ask God for something. God give it to you. I don't think God will curse us or punish us or nothing. I think God just move His hand. Just all right.
He wash His hands in some things and wait for you to basically apologize.
Let me let you see. Because I was holding you down. You ain't realize how much I was holding you down.
It's what we do with our kids.
Yeah.
It's what we do with our kids. We teach our kids something.
Don't touch that. That's hot. Then eventually, it's like, you
Go
know
ahead.
what?
You want to keep touching?
Daddy.
Bet you won't touch it no more.
Yeah.
You won't touch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get it.
And shit happened, and then I looked around, and all my homies was locked up, right? So most of them had kids. I ain't had kids at the time. All of them had kids, cousins locked up. The only dude around, I looked and I'm like, damn, I can't go to jail. So I started just getting all of them, my god kids, my cousins, nephews, all these. I just started getting them and bringing them around. And this, the shit they were saying to me was like, damn, all right, yeah, I can't go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really the only dude in their life. They let me know that shit in a lot of ways, like direct ways. And I'm like, all right, I can't fuck up. So I was chilling, but then I didn't know what to do. Then just one day, I was outside. It was like a Friday or some shit, or Saturday night, and I was just smoking, and it was just like, bull. It was just like, yo, couldn't get a job. You know how shit be in Newark, bro. You go to temp agencies, and you know it work out for a little bit, and then jobs. This shit different. I don't know. You know, a lot of motherfuckers don't understand shit, but it's like shit ain't working. It's like it wasn't even supposed to work. Man, it seemed like that. But shit wasn't working. I remember just sitting there, I just said, fuck it. And I know that fuck it. I know that fuck it.
I know that fuck
That
it.
familiar fuck it.
If you lived on them streets, nigga, you know that fuck it.
Yeah, and it was that familiar
that
fuck it. I knew I was going. I knew if I would, at that point, ain't no going back.
Nah.
That was the last straw for me. Next day, might have been a Friday. Next day, I wake up. It's like 7 in the morning. My cousin called. I was living out here. He's like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, yo, auntie, sleep, cuz. And I was sleeping on the floor there. I'm in the back row sleeping on the floor. I just came from being homeless. Mm-hmm. My aunt gave me a little spot, so I'm like, cool, I'll take it. She's like, yo, nah, I want to talk to you. I'm like, what's up? You all right? What's good? Like, she's like, nah, I'm going to come out there. Probably like, I think she said, I forget what day, Friday, I'm leave Sunday. You want to come back with me? You come back with me. So I'm like, yeah, all right, let's see when you get here. Shit. So it's like, damn, I don't know. I mean, like, the whole time, just thinking about it. I talked to the homie. You know what I'm saying? I talked to my homie, my man Piff and shit. And I ain't tell nobody else, but I talked to my man. And I'm like, yo, look, Titi want me to come out there and shit. He like, nah, look. And he said this to me. He really said this to me. He said, yo, I'm gonna tell you, I think you should go because if you stay here, I think you're gonna get killed or you're gonna go to jail. Because I know how you is. And this shit different, son. This shit changing. And he's like, yeah, you should just go try that shit, son. Mm-hmm. And that was it. If you just said don't go, probably wouldn't came, but that was it, the stand. And him matching the voice in the back of my head, knowing what was really about to happen.
Yeah.
And I was cool with it because I felt like I had nothing to live for. Mm-hmm. When he said that, it made me feel like, oh shit, you care about me and shit. And I was like, all right, let me go out there and see what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then now,
same situation though, like my foster mother died. You feel me?
That's how you got out there?
Yeah, she had died.
She moved out here?
Yeah, well, she was still living. That's where I lived in IIgo.
Okay.
You feel me? She had died right there at home, and right next to me on some real shit. You know what I mean? Like she had cancer, and she spent a few weeks in the hospital and all that. And then they was like, you know what? We might as well just bring her home. They brought her home, and I slept in her room that night next to her. She in her little hospital bed, and she got a chair next to her bed. So I slept in there. Right. You know what I mean? And she passed away that night. Right. You feel me? So, and, you know, her whole family didn't really care about us, foster kids, you know what I mean? So they started kicking us out. I got kicked out. I was gone for the weekend at my real mom's. Came home, and my bags was on the porch.
On the porch?
On the porch, bro. It wouldn't even let me in. Bro. Damn. It was like after her funeral, she died. My birthday, December 22nd. We buried her December 17th. You feel me? I went away for like the holiday or whatever. Came back, and they had my bags on the porch. It's like 3 big ass garbage bags of clothes and my belongings sitting on the porch. 17.
Damn.
You feel me? So, you know, I picked my bags up. I didn't really know what to do. I'm be honest with you. I didn't know what to do, son. I slept in the van, slept in the car. You know what I mean? But I was still on the streets doing my thing. I had a girlfriend at the time. I loved her to death, bro. She had just got an abortion. You know what I mean? Which fucked me up even more because I felt like, damn, don't nobody love me right now. Damn. Like I thought I was about to be a dad. I was ready, bro. And you know, us being kids, you know, she felt like she made the right decision for herself. I mean, at the time, I wasn't beat, bitch. Like that's how I look at it.
Yeah, nah, seriously though. Seriously though.
And then after that, you know,
that shit was.
I'm walking down the street, bro, on a rainy day. I'll never forget this day. I'm walking. I'm aimlessly. I'm on by the movie theater. Down by the movie theaters, Springfield Ave, and fuck, yo. I'm on Springfield Ave, basically, and I start walking. And after a while, I come to like, it start raining hard too. I ain't got no umbrella, no nothing, bro.
Something about that rain.
You know what I mean? So I stood underneath the store, waiting for the rain to stop. There's a brick building across the street from me. My cousin walked out that building. She walked out that building, bro, like, and I'm looking at her and she looking at me like, the fuck is you doing? Staying out the rain, cause all tears start coming in my face. I'm glad it was raining, bro, cause I felt saved. I ain't even gonna hold you. I felt saved right there, cause I'm like, damn, a family member. You know what I mean? Like, and she told me she was moving out here in like 2 days, and she got an extra ticket just on some bullshit, like by accident.
Get the fuck out.
Bullshit, no bullshit, you not, bro. She had a ticket by accident. She had another ticket, and she like, you want to move out there with me? Fuck it. And that's when the waterworks started breaking me, like on the inside. Like I was one of them kids that like I can't cry in front of people. You know what I mean? Like, and the crazy shit is like I used to yell at my sons for that shit.
Yo, for
like stop crying, yo, like
I cry like once a year, but I'll be by myself.
Real rap, you know what I mean?
I just let it all
rap.
out.
Like, I've cried writing songs, my nigga.
Yeah,
like sitting there writing songs, and I just be tearing.
Couldn't even stop it. Like,
Exactly.
Like I ain't even write this shit.
Exactly. It's right here already.
God,
so
damn.
We jump on a bus, yo, a train. Actually, we get on the train and come out here, and I've been here ever since.
Right.
Came out here, saw what the movement was, and was like, oh, what?
Right.
Called back home like, hey, yo, you know, did what I did, came back out here and started eating.
Yeah.
You feel me? Tried to feed everybody I could. And then, you know, that bid came.
Mm-hmm.
That bid came. I did 4.5. I did a year, came home, still on my bullshit, got booked again, had to do 5 to 10. Mm-hmm. I did 3.5 on that. You know what I mean? Came home. I just walked that off. I just finished that in December. Right. Like, you know what I mean? 7 days before my birthday. A completion.
Good.
You know what I mean? Felt good as hell. I mean, like, granted, I'm still on my little county probation shit, but it ain't like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? It ain't like that. So I'm like, you know, I came home, was on chill, met my wife. I still had that mentality, man, like, fuck out of here. I'm a street nigga, and I'm always be a street nigga, like, you know what I mean? And the crazy shit is, yo, I had no reason to feel that way towards her, because she never gave me a reason to feel like I wasn't loved, I didn't have, and she wouldn't bend over backwards for me. You feel me? She showed that from jump one, you know what I mean? But me still being out there mentally, I wouldn't even say physically, mentally, I was still out there.
Carrying them bags.
Boy.
This is what I was trying, bro. I was telling somebody, because
I was carrying something and dragging something.
I was talking, because I was talking to even somebody that was living out here.
Mm-hmm.
We used to talk to my family and shit too, but I was telling them, listen, you're people too, just everybody. You men, you walk around with something that ain't real no more. The past, these heavy ass bags. And it get to a point, bro, and I ain't real, man, if you really put that shit on you enough, your back will start hurting. Your back actually start hurting.
Neck, back, upper
man,
back.
because you
feel
really
like you
carrying
put in
some
a
shit.
billion ass
You
workout.
still thinking about some shit that ain't going on, man. You know what I mean? And
Holding grudges on the low.
yeah, I was dead. Like, I
Whoa.
came out here and I couldn't sleep for like it was a minute. I only slept in the daytime because the quiet was getting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, this shit, what the fuck?
Nigga, the first day I moved out here, I walked the town.
Yeah.
I walked the whole town, nigga. Like, and it was surprising. The fucking, where the hospital and all of that, where Sheets is at, that shit wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
It was brick buildings and bars.
Oh, I heard.
You feel me? I'm walking around like, damn, this shit look different.
Yeah.
That bridge wasn't there?
Word?
Hell no.
Damn, that's crazy.
Only one of the bridges was there. The second bridge wasn't there. It was something else. I forget what the fuck it was, but then they started building that second bridge.
Damn.
You feel me? They knocked down all the buildings there and put a Sheets over here and the hospital on this now. Like, it's massively different now. You feel me?
You know what killed me? My first, like, that surprised me thing, it was like 2 in the morning and I couldn't smoke cigarettes and shit. My cousin out on the porch. You know, I was living in Junior. So, you know, it'd be dark as hell and shit. I'm out there.
Quiet.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Nothing outside.
Super quiet. So I'm smoking a cigarette. Bro, somebody came walking by, headphones on.
Surprise the shit out
And
you.
they phone like this.
Nigga, you better look up.
Like this. I'm sitting there like, oh.
He comfortable enough to do that.
Like,
Comfortable enough to do that. He can't hear nothing, see nothing. He comfortable enough to do that.
It ain't even dawning on me like, yeah, you can do that. It ain't even still dawning on me. And then even when till I walked the Sheets one night, like late, like 10, 11. That was late. I mean, to me, out here, because it's quiet as hell. Ain't no police stop me. Ain't no, there's no, you know what I mean?
You ain't feel threatened.
And even that was like, it was weird, but it was still me.
That's
It was
because you
me.
still had Newark.
I was the thing. I'm looking at people like that.
Exactly.
It was me.
Like, I robbed this shit.
I'm the fucking
Fuck, you don't know.
Yeah, I'm the fucking problem. And like, man,
Remember that, man.
and I don't know what it was. I mean, at some point, I guess, even at some point, I started to I don't know. I can't say care about myself, but start to actually want to live. It's because you just be surviving. Shit, you just
like you said earlier. Like, we learn to survive.
Yeah, and I ain't know what else to do. Like, I ain't know what to do. Like,
we're like we animals. We adapt.
Like, fuck is you pulling? Like, you fucking supposed to.
That's like taking a lion that grew up in the jungle and then sticking his ass in a zoo.
Yeah.
Eventually, he gonna learn to adapt, and he just gonna be a quiet ass lion, chilling, just sitting
As soon
there.
as you put him back out there,
And put him back out there, it's go again.
Yeah.
Like, he gonna hesitate. Because now he got in his mind, like, I ain't got to do this.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm in this environment, so it's go now.
I gotta look for my own food. Word. That should be crazy. And like you said, man, it was like, it was, man, I mean, I dealing with, dumbass females too, man. You still don't love yourself, man. You don't realize none of that shit yet.
I'm telling you.
But then, and I met my fiance and shit. It's like, it's like something. You're like, oh shit, I gotta keep her. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you gotta step up. You know she ain't gonna be with Tom. She gonna be with Tom. She ain't gonna be with this dirty ass.
My wife won't call me Fest to save my life.
She won't fucking. She won't be with. You know how we got a saying in Newark, the little dirty ass Newark.
Little dirty
It don't
ass
mean
Newark.
it's dirty, but it's
Like
we know
fly,
what it means. Yeah, we know what
dirty,
it means.
like
Yeah, we know what
dirty,
it means, bro.
Ran all up and down these streets. Ran in her girlfriend and her girlfriend. Like you know what it is.
Like moms and all
Yeah,
types of wild shit.
you had to wash up, man. You had to wash up.
Be with that. And then it's like, all right, you learn, you move, you grow up a little bit. Then it was, I ain't gonna hold you. I was already been doing like I didn't know I was actually practicing spirituality. I learned when I first learned Buddhism, it was from this school of black science, dark arts and shit. It was reverse Buddhism. So the Buddha was teaching people to heal, it was teaching you to tear down, tear apart, even from different ways. And then I'm like, all right, this shit interesting, but some told me, I don't know, I wasn't thinking about words like healing or none of that. But it was like, I wanted to conquer my mind. And I started getting the mind shit. So I moved on to Buddhist teachings and things like that. And I kept learning different things. I started learning how to meditate and shit. But I started learning to control my mind, but I was never thinking about love, my heart. I wasn't thinking about these things. But some of this was in the teachings. It was in the teachings. But I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about certain things, controlling my emotions, and conquering certain things. I had an agenda. But then I realized at a certain point when I realized, all right, hold up, look where you at. And then she said, when she told me she was pregnant, I already knew. Something had already told me. I always had this voice. I always had a voice there. And something told me. When she told me, I was like, I didn't want to seem like I wasn't excited. I was like, I already knew. I already got excited.
Yeah.
I know already. Yeah. But it was like, all right, I know. I want this boy to be better. I'm gonna say he be better. If I don't be better. So it was that. And I'm like, all right, cool. So what that mean though? What that mean? So I had to check myself at that point. So if I want to be better, what's worse? You gotta look at yourself. You
gotta really do a self-evaluation.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You gotta really do something. Like, it wasn't until my second daughter that I made them changes. You feel me? Like, they got this saying, God gives men daughters to teach them how to love.
Yeah.
God gives women sons to show them that they are loved. I ain't know how to love.
Yeah, sure, bro. I used to hate the word.
Yeah, so when I got my first daughter, all right, man, I'm gonna be a great dad, blah, 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 blah. I'm still mentally out here. So it's Sarah and Jessica and all them bitches out there and not the queen I got at home. You know what I mean? Like, I could tell you I love you. I feel like I love you.
Yeah.
But what the fuck is that? So, it is what it is. And then my second daughter came. And my wife said something to me before we even got married. Because I was trying to get her pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, I knew this is who I was going to stay with. And it wouldn't happen. And she says, you know why it's not happening? Because you're still mentally out there. That's one. Two, we ain't married. So you're not deserving of what you want.
Yeah, so.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not deserving of that yet. You may say that you made changes, but you haven't. Cool. I got a job. Start working. I ain't worried about the streets, bro. You feel me? I've still got Sarah and Jessica, but, I put the ring on her finger. My first daughter came.
Wow, that's crazy.
I still ain't take heed until that moment where bags got packed.
Yeah.
When I wrote in that song, I still remember all them days you was gone cause of something I done. Damn it, I was in tears. I remember that first time. I think about it, dream about it.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
My second daughter came. And now I'm like, I'm a father. Not only to my daughters, but I got sons too.
Right.
And telling my sons not to do this and not to do that is massively hypocritical of me.
And I ain't no hypocrite.
Bro.
Go out like that.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I ain't no
wild out, or I gotta tie it up. Cause I can't. It's gonna be easy though, cause I ain't no fucking hypocrite. Bro.
Exactly.
Not to
So-
say just not to steal whatever the fuck.
And then I'm in the store robbing the shit out the store.
Yeah.
You walk past like, Daddy, what happened?
Like I ain't about that.
You
Nah,
feel me? That's
I
not
can't
for
go out
me.
like that.
You know what I mean? I tell my kid to go to school, learn everything that you can, and I don't have an education.
Yeah.
I ain't mentally strong to sit here and teach you 2 + 2,
Mm-hmm.
9 times 9,
Right.
the history of your ancestor.
Yeah.
I can't show you none of this. I can't teach you how to be a strong black man.
Yeah.
Even though you mixed, even though your mom's a white lady,
Yeah.
you a black man,
Mm-hmm.
regardless.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You'll get the same treatment I got,
Yeah.
except
Shit.
you'll get to live in the house. You know what I mean? Like,
Then-
yeah, but
then
at
be
the
a
end
little
of the
more
day,
extra for you.
it's
'cause
still
it's-
so much as a man I gotta teach my son.
Yeah, because just beyond being black, being human, being more than
Being
that,
a human man.
being man, being a man, period, a real one, and teaching that, but teaching it through action, more than just saying shit. So
Exactly.
you can see it. So when you go back and think, you be like, oh, damn, my daddy was. You could really be like that. Like, oh,
Exactly.
Daddy really used to read books. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You feel me?
yeah,
Like my
man.
son see me studying, like I'm studying to be a personal trainer. They saw me studying to be a freaking cosmetologist. Like they saw every inch of my study. They saw every inch of my growth.
Right,
You feel me?
right.
They saw my growth.
Yeah,
They
right,
seen me
shit.
from, fuck that, I'm out to, you know what, babe, we need to sit down and have this conversation.
Mhm.
Or, how to treat their mom. Or how to treat their woman that they gonna be with in the future.
Right.
You know, my wife come home tired, get you some sleep.
Mhm.
I know you worked all night, I'm gonna go ahead and handle what needs to be handled when you get up the house and be cleaned up.
Mhm.
These are things that, as my sons, when you get older, you need to understand.
Yeah, just seeing you clean
This is
up
your
and
partner.
shit. Yeah, see you clean up, see you doing shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man,
Like,
that
it's
becomes
shit that
normal.
you-
know,
Exactly.
That should be normal.
Exactly.
I know it was normal in my house. And I definitely ain't want to be that.
Exactly.
I was like,
you know what I
hell
mean?
no.
It's not the same.
Yeah, man.
It's not the same. So I can't raise y'all how I was raised.
At all.
You know what I mean?
Because it's like, right, this is the thing. We actually fathers. Right?
Exactly.
We actually parents.
Exactly.
When you see what that actually is, when you be around and having conversations, correcting them, telling them things, you actually, sometimes it made me sit back and damn. Say, I wish I had a dad like me sometimes and a mother like that. I'd be a little jealous of him sometimes, cause I don't got no fucking, I can't really say like niggas like, yo, like my pops died, so some of your pops told you this. I ain't got that.
My pop ain't died. My pop ain't died.
Nah.
He disappeared.
Like my uncles.
I ain't had those neither.
You know what I mean? And grandfather. It's like they talk and shit, but it's like I don't
So
got
that's
no
the
game
thing.
for
I didn't
them.
have no male figures.
I ain't getting them.
Like my uncles was in jail
Yeah.
and doing shit like that.
Doing drugs and shit.
Exactly. I didn't have
What
I didn't
nobody
have
really to look up
nobody
to.
that was actually
Like,
in the family to say,
somebody
yo,
to look up to.
don't fuck up over here. Matter of fact, look, I got a job for you.
Somebody take
Come
me to
over
church.
here and exactly. You know what I mean? Come talk to the Lord with me.
Yeah.
Or I got a little
Maybe
job
to
for
the
you,
mosque or
nephew.
some shit.
Mow this lawn for me, I give you $10. Clean that car right there, I give you $10. I had a neighbor when I was in foster care. The neighbor dude started paying me to wax his car because he saw me.
Like I had, don't get me wrong, I had boom, I had my grandpops and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had business, he had a house and shit, but at the same time,
He was alcoholic, wild, and I couldn't learn shit like really there. Like I learned how to work. I learned what work was. I learned that. I learned hustle. I learned you gotta, if you want some shit,
You gotta
you
get
gotta
it.
work. I learned that. You know what I mean? But as far as learning real life shit,
communicating and treating motherfuckers and
How to talk to
treating
motherfuckers.
women and all that. I ain't learned that. I couldn't learn that shit from the men around.
I'm still learning that, bro.
Yeah, and I had to
I'm
teach
still
that shit to
learning that.
myself. I had to teach that shit to myself, and I had to learn that something was actually wrong. Cause I used to like TV, right? I used to watch TV. I used to like Family Matters, all that type of shit. Seeing
Dream House, Dream Family.
Yeah, you see the
It's a
shit and
dream
you
family.
want it. You always think one day you might have that shit. And you know that shit ain't coming. Like, Carl was never on crack. Like Carl ain't never did dope shit. Feel like never fucking chill out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you ain't gonna get that and shit. And you like,
You wonder how though?
yeah, and it's something confusing. Like, what the fuck wrong? But then at the same time, it's such a fucking hypocritical. Like you just said, hypocritical. You know, my uncle's on drugs. My uncle, he was in jail. You know, niggas is clean now, but I'm grown too. It's like it ain't. Fuck, we gonna do?
Ain't no grudge there.
You know what I mean? I used to hang out with my uncle and shit, and he told me shit like how to put on a condom. He told me 1, 2. But he couldn't teach me fucking hell no. He just
couldn't
told me
teach you
real
moral.
shit. He couldn't teach me real shit. He was on
couldn't
drugs.
teach you moral.
He was on drugs for real. He's still hitting shit like that. So I couldn't learn I learned simple shit like how to put on a condom. Like you say, yo nephew, I got burned. Like shit like that.
Yeah.
I learned, like we said, nigga shit. And that shit just wasn't there, but then they listen to Farrakhan all the time. So I used to sit there with them and listen to it too. And I ain't understand none of it. But then later on, you get older, I'm in high school now. My others already started reading books and shit like that. And I'm learning shit. And then, I still be around and listen to him. And I'm listening to this shit. And something going on. I don't know what's going on yet. But something going on. I'm only taking the history part. We great and all that. And I'm like, all right, try to figure this shit out. But I still don't get these people that's in my life, so I respect them and shit like that, but it's still something that's off. So I'm listening to him and I'm looking at him, my cleanies, what's going on, but I still see this, and my environment still something else. So I ain't clicking yet. Then I start doing my own studies in life. I separated from everything. It was cool when I turned 14. I had a relationship with my parents because they wasn't people I needed a relationship with for real. And it was cool that I was in my grandmother's crowded house with all these people where you couldn't get the direct thing. It was almost like a foster home. You couldn't get the direct thing. It was so crowded. Then get adopted by the streets. Go out there, and I'm doing my own studies. I'm meeting different people. I actually had OGs to teach me shit. Like real OGs, real gangster niggas who used to tell me shit, sit me down and tell me shit. And then that. So I learned the streets first. And then I started reading, I was reading street books first, all the street novels. But that shit got boring, because I already knew what was going to happen in every fucking book. So it got boring, because I'm like, all right, I know what's going to happen to this nigga. This nigga. Yeah. And I get to the end of the book, that's what happened. I ain't reading no more of this shit. One of the books mentioned the 48 Laws, I got that. I started getting into this mind shit. I'm like, oh, this shit different. And I started tapping in. I got into some of our history, and I started learning the problem, listening to lectures.
Exactly. Where the problem began.
Oh shit! It's all this fucking slavery. It's all the broken shit. But when I got into, I met her, and I was able to. I don't know. I ain't had all the dumb shit. What I was doing, running around and shit. That shit was going. So more time. So I read more, study more, meditate more. And it's like meeting her, introducing me to God in some type of way. To open up this big world. So I got into more spirituality. And I started tapping in. And then I realized really what was going on. Beyond the regular shit, the physical shit that happened through history. The more spiritual shit that was going on. So I see what's going on. Just started tapping in. But then it was like, I got to sit back and look at my life and really check it out and put the pieces together and say, oh, it was never a mistake. It was never an error. Nobody ever did nothing wrong. There was never a time that something wrong happened. Because you can't take a piece out. You never take a piece out. You see, change the past. Like, no, you never do that. You love every moment of it. Then you go back and you look, oh shit. did learn from that. And that happened, and then that happened. But then that happened. And
It's all
pieces
in accordance.
Yeah, the pieces. This is what made you you.
This
Now
exactly.
you standing right here.
You learned everything that you learned. You went through everything that you went through to learn basically how it all's supposed to be, how it all ends, how you are
It's you, like this
meant to live. Like it's for you.
We come together. It's like,
for
yo,
you. I mean,
My
they
nigga.
all pieces of the puzzle.
you ain't you.
I ain't
See,
fuck
you
up.
God's. You God's son.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool that your earthly parents. It don't matter, bro, because you got parents. We just don't never know that for one.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing was, you ain't. See, then you realize this shit. You got pulled away from something. Because who knows what would have happened if you would have stayed. So you get pulled away from certain shit. You don't need to learn certain shit. You need to commit. And
Get you up out of here.
Yeah, and it might seem worse.
He said, I know I put you there. I put you there for a reason.
But then you go ahead and check out some Gnostic texts, right? And then some of the shit that got taken out of some of these folks that say, no, I need you to understand the yin and the yang.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna do what I need you to do if you can't
If you
talk
never
to my kids?
Experience the life of your kids.
The whole thing.
That's like we was talking about Moses.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah, I mean, he had to experience that to be like, you know what? This ain't right.
Because his people was the poor people. His mother was poor, they was poor. And then, God had a task. Like I said, you read the old speak, and they got this story in the Bible, and I'm cool, but then you understand that the Pharaoh's laws wasn't open. You couldn't just slide a basket in the river and it come in. I mean, anybody could have slid in the water. This shit was walled. How that baby get there? Something extra happened, right?
Exactly.
And then when he grow up and realize who he is, he go back, oh shit, hold up, let me do my history. Oh, this was going on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me pull my people up. You know what I mean?
He had to go live them.
Yeah.
Live that life with them.
Yeah.
To see, to experience.
He grew up
exactly.
in the house.
Exactly. He had to go experience exactly what his people was going through.
Yeah.
And once he experienced that shit, it really opened his eyes. Like, oh.
Get that understanding. So you get that understanding, and now you don't want your sons growing up there.
Exactly.
But at the same time,
I already
you don't want nobody's sons going growing up there.
My point.
You know what I mean? So
point.
that's compassion in your heart open up now. Now your heart's so open because, man, every time one of these young dudes get killed or something, that shit touch me.
It touch you.
It's like, man, yo,
It touch you.
you
You can't help but love life. You love people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you grow up pushing people away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That
Like, the
elbow.
ones that ain't on the same type of time you want, you fuck out of here.
Yo, I ain't had no legit friends for a long time.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like I still don't consider niggas friends today. I got, in all honesty, I got one person that I consider my friend beside my wife and my kids, and that's Mikey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody else that I come in contact with, they're associates.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? They're associates. They're people I like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Do I care if they in my life or not? No.
Yeah,
No. Like, me and Mikey got into an argument that touched me for real. Like, damn, man, that's my bro. You feel me?
That's what I'll do. I'll do.
You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like I pick and choose who my homies is. Like, nah, I don't like him to be my homie. Like, nah,
I ain't
you know what I mean?
judging.
It's
and
like,
you gonna try.
it's more feeling.
Like spirit do the picking.
Exactly. You feel me? So I can't consider, like, you my mans. I fuck with you hard. Would I say that's my best friend? Nah, we not the best of friends. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna sit here and talk shit to you about you to somebody that you know what I mean, don't know you the way I know you. Like, nah, you my best friend, but nah. Like, if somebody mention you, yeah, that's my nigga. You can learn some shit from the boy. You feel me? Like, that's just me. Like, certain niggas, like, I put in the category of a friendship, and then they burn their bridge. You feel me? Like, there's niggas that we both know that was on a different level, and now we down here. You feel me? And I don't go around like burning their name. I don't go around burning their character. Like, you would never know. Because that's not for me to do. Run around like, yeah, this person was this way and this person did this. And nah, it is what it is over there. You feel me? It is what it is over here.
Yeah, it's
like,
all love, nigga.
It's all love. When I see you, I speak. What's up? And keep it rolling.
I can't, man. I experienced too much death.
Too much.
And I don't want
too much. Nigga, I watched a plane fall on KFC on Springfield Ave.
Oh, you saw that shit?
Yeah, nigga.
Oh,
I was outside. I was 6.
That shit on the news,
6, bro. I was 6 at the time.
I remember seeing
I was 6 years old, bro. I ran, like, we lived, like, you know, right there where KFC was at, right across the street, they had the little fruits and all that other shit. Right around the corner is a brick building right there. My cousin used to live in it. You feel me? I'm over there visiting one day, and no bullshit, yo, we outside playing, and that shit just smacked the shit out this building, bro. It seemed like something out of a movie, a cartoon, bro. It was people running around on fire, screaming and hollering, bro, and I'm stuck. The fuck?
What the fuck is going on? Like,
The engine, the first thing that fell was the engine. The engine fell in the school across the street. Kids is playing over here. The engine hit the ground. Boom! And the next thing you know, that plane, the wing, smacked KFC. Everything in KFC died. Everything. Not one person survived, bro.
Dang.
And at 6 years old, I see arms and legs in the middle of the street. You can't find that shit on a Google that shit. You can't really Google that shit. Yeah, you can't because it's not there.
Damn,
it's not
wild,
there. If you wasn't from Jersey or Newark, you really didn't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't even be telling on that shit because a lot of people we out here and nobody.
No, like, you feel me? Like I watched that.
Shit,
you feel me? Like I watched my homie at 15. Shit. We fighting in the park, group fight. You remember them shit? Yeah. Boy, pull out a whole fucking jackhammer, all over my homie back, arm, leg. Oh. Son, I blacked out with a whole swisher and went to work, bro. Went to work. I was scared that I killed a man. You feel me? Like, I was scared my homie was going to die.
Right.
Like, them fights up the hill, bro, from school, them shits was real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, kids out here, they don't go through that. They drive to the city for their drugs and all that other shit and then feel like they city worthy.
Like, nigga, they used to have race wars in Barrington. Nigga, Puerto Ricans versus Dominicans. Spaz. You, nigga, you got, I don't know, you had to get it
stand
up and like, yo, look, nigga, fuck all that. We from the ward, nigga. I'm from Ninth Ward, nigga. Fuck y'all, do all that dumb shit over there. Don't bring that here. I'm telling y'all, don't bring that here. We gonna bring the hood out.
Exactly.
You got, man, you gotta try, you scared.
Like, I'm surprised I wasn't.
Of course you scared. Niggas don't realize that you be scared.
That's scared. Nigga, you supposed to be scared. If you not scared, you got problems.
Yeah, son,
like,
wrong with
super,
you.
bro.
Like, shit really be going on.
If you didn't get scared in those moments, bro, then
you
use a candy,
like,
my man.
You like
use
serial killer.
Exactly. You Jeffrey Dahmer type ass.
I ain't, cause this my man, so I can't talk bad about none of my niggas. I don't judge none of my niggas. But you know, you see documentaries, you hear a nigga talking about he got 10 bodies, 20 bodies, shit like that. You and then one of them niggas be your mans. You know what I'm saying? Like your mans. And like a nigga that, like, I ain't realized that, you know, we, like, it was all business and cool shit at first. You know, I gotta move from niggas type vibe. Then niggas start calling you at night and it's sharing emotions and shit. It's like, oh, this nigga fuck with you. That's a little scary because you never knew he had emotions. Cause he really a different type. You seen it.
Exactly.
You seen it. You like, this nigga mother know who he is.
Exactly. And now you here, you got your man crying at your heel, like,
and it's your
what
man's
happened?
your man's. Like, and then,
Like,
then when
that's
the situation happened, he called you and you know what I mean, he wants you to be there, and you be there, and you realize, and then there's a different love happening, and it's like, oh, and you realize he a human being, but at the same time, this nigga is really a hitman, like some other vibe, like, and it's crazy. That's and these type of shits be humbling you. And I done met so many different type of people and they humble you. You don't walk around. I don't understand the super crazy tough niggas. I don't understand that.
I can't.
You don't know who the fuck is out here.
I can't be.
Cause I met niggas this big.
Wild, crazy, this big, bony as hell, will punch a Goliath in the face and break all that shit.
My son bobblehead is bro, let's say it like what the fuck, like I'm talking about great, real great nigga. No more blood. He with me. He with cousin. We good, but yeah, it was good. It was fine. Oh, I ain't blood, bro. I'm crip. Tell you straight up. I mean, it's cool. He ain't denying nothing. It's cool. He ain't tripping. A lot of niggas know he crip. He with us though. He family. Well, I got this crab that. Boom. Fuck you talking about? Ain't no crab nothing, nigga. What's up? Man, y'all can jump. Nah. Chill. Yo, you can get the fade. Them big homies. Nah, you can get the fade, little homie. Nah, he in violation. You know what I mean? You would have.
Get that.
You know what I mean? It's like, why you like, damn, like.
You earn the respect that motherfuckers didn't expect you to get. Like, I remember one day, we was walking to school. We in high school, bro. It's like our second year of high school. And we with this character that just moved. That's my wife. Yes, love.
Yeah. Well, how you get into the music though?
I got into on some real shit. I got into the music, bro. And foster kid.
Oh, word?
Yeah, yo, like I started realizing I had musical talents in foster care. My foster mother grandson, funny shit, his name Antoine too.
Oh, shit.
But he was older and he was like one of them pretty niggas, curly hair, you know, spend a couple hours in the bathroom curling his shit with before niggas was doing it. You know what I mean? And he was singing this song, bro. One day I heard him singing it. And like he was a guy to me. He was a beast. Smoked weed, smoked cigarettes, all that. But he was singing his ass off, bro. And I never forgot that song. You feel me? I to this day I still remember that song.
Right.
Hell yeah, bro.
Some shit he made or something?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It was him and his dad. His pop was a singer. You feel me? And he was singing it one day, and every word stuck like glue. You know what I mean? Every word stuck like glue, bro. And I was in the shower one day, and I started singing this shit. And I came out the bathroom, and he's standing there like this. Whose song is that? I don't know. I just heard you singing it one day. He said, and you remembered all of it? I remembered all of it. So he like, sing it. So I'm like, nah, get out of here, man. He's like, nah, man, if you want to sing, man, you got to be able to sing in front of the world, yo. So go ahead, me, you sing it. So I sing it, you know what I mean, in my shy tone, you know what I mean? And he was like, you got some skills, man. You better hone them. Hone your talent and see where it take you. And I just, ever since then, like, I just been honing them. You know what I mean? I went outside, told the homies I had some skills, and they was laughing at me and shit. Like, fuck out of here, you can't sing, nigga.
Well, yeah, singing different.
8th grade, yo. 8th grade came, and I had to sing at the 8th grade graduation.
Right.
Come out, yeah. My science teacher heard me singing.
Oh, shit.
And I was failing her class, and I ain't never go to her class. And she was like, you want to pass your grade? I said, yeah. She like, you got to sing at the graduation. I said, seriously? She like, if you sing at the graduation, I'll give you an A. And I would have passed with honors. Because I passed all my other class with A's and B's. And it would have been my first time ever getting honor roll for real in a higher grade. Like I had honor roll in like fourth grade, but after that it was like fuck out of here. Like so she was like, all right, cool. I'm like, all right, say no more. So I sang Boys to Men. You know that it's so hard to say goodbye. I sang that, and then I sang something else. And then she made me sing another song with this girl, Avant and Kiki Wyatt.
I know what James you're talking about.
Yeah, she made me sing one of their songs. That's the only way I was gonna be able to go to the 9th grade. And I sung that. And they was there. And they afterwards they like, yo, my nigga, like, you got skills. Like, you know what I mean? And it died after that, like for real. You know what I mean?
That shit helped though.
Yeah, it died after that, for real. Like, you know what I mean? And then I went to high school. And it really, that's when shit got real. Cause like I said, it was 2 different hoods in a school. Yeah. And then niggas was creating gangs and shit like that. So it was wild, boy. Like, it was a wild cowboy school for real, man. Like, niggas fighting in the throughways, banging out, boom, bang, 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 bang. And gym class, homie got to do push-ups and all that and get kicked in the face. Like, the fuck? Like, we y'all doing this at? Like, wow. You know what I mean?
High school was definitely. You know, it was the crazy shit for me because I used to live on Ninth Ave, right? And me and my cousin went all the way to Barrington. We used to catch the bus, but then we got like, me and son was typing into our social. I mean, like, it was like we fuck with what we fuck with. That bus be dumb crowded afterwards. I ain't fuck with this bus, my nigga.
Start walking.
But you gotta navigate. You gotta know how to walk. Niggas think walking to school is easy. It's like, nah, you gotta know where to walk. You gotta, man, listen. Luckily, like I was already, like I said, I jumped off the porch. I was already turned up on Park Ave and all that.
Oh yeah, you Park Ave, boy.
I ain't gonna say, I used to have, you know what it is? I used to have a bunch of crib homies and shit. I used to chill with and shit.
So you remember the YT Dub dudes?
YT Dub?
Yeah, TYW or something like that. That's what they called themselves. They was from over there. TY Dub boys, yo.
So I was good then. I grew up. My family moved to North Newark when I was young.
I lived there too.
So I had already grew up with a bunch of Puerto Rican niggas.
I went to Raphael and then.
You did? I went to Luis Munoz Marin Middle School. Broadway.
God.
So I went to school with a lot of niggas and then just moving around and shit growing up. I met a lot of people. So by the time I went there, you know, that's Park Ave. I just had to get there. And I was cool. I knew everybody. But
that's a far ass walk.
Yeah, bro. And you gotta admit, in Ninth Ave, nobody like Ninth Ave. Nobody really never liked Ninth Ave. Niggas just always did shit. You know what I mean? So I gotta walk through all these different blocks where a lot of niggas don't like niggas from my hood. And it was cool. We used to make it and shit. But if you get there and now you in a school that's a melting pot, there's so many different hoods. You know, the Latin Kings, of course, is right there. The Crips right there. The other Crips right there.
Bloods is the furthest.
The furthest, bro.
The furthest.
The furthest. Every blood is way for. So you gotta hold it down. Like niggas gotta.
The sucky part is, yo, Rafael Hernandez is when I started fighting the most.
Word?
Hell yeah, because I lived right across the street in that group home. So all the kids knew I lived in that group home. So, you know, I got picked on and all that. I started slapping niggas with desks and chairs and shit. Niggas, I mean, that's when they was like, oh, this kid is crazy. Like, fuck wrong with him. You know what I mean? But nah, that brings me back to what I was about to say. You know, I mean, we walk into school with this character, man, like who every other day he a different game. Real shit, bro. And this shit, yo, like this shit got serious, bro. We walk into school one day and a little Honda Accord pull up on us. Boy leaked out his mind. You could tell. They gone in his car, bro. Gone. Yo, bro, what's up? And all of a sudden, like, just start throwing shit out there. And this fool ass motherfucker, and what's up? Is it BMF? Yeah,
What?
yeah, that's what he was yelling.
Nah.
Like, man, no, BGF or something. Like, man, like he was going off, bro. Like he was bugging. He was bugging, and I'm looking at boy like, yeah, I'm gonna keep on walking, cause I don't know none of that. I'm not in none of that.
Fuck that.
You feel me? He goes to that boy up and all that. Ooh, bop, 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 mess all up, bop, 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 mess all up. Come to find out they not even part of none of that. They other.
Ooh.
You feel me? They other.
Ooh.
And Borden pulled out the yammy and everything. Like, yo, so where you from? By then, I'm with a tree at, bro. I'm with a tree at. Boy standing here like, yeah, even with main man holding the yammy. Yeah, man, we are bop, 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 bop. Ain't no we and none of that. You feel me? Like, I ain't no bitch, but I ain't no dummy neither.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a wild
and,
shit.
And, boy, if it wasn't for the boy in that backseat of that Accord getting out, like, yo, they babies, bro. They don't know nothing. They babies, man. He don't know shit. He just out here trying to be somebody. You feel me? He'd have died right there. Because boy wasn't playing. Boy wasn't playing. Every inch in his eyeballs told him, I'll body you right now.
Yeah.
Right here on the daylight street and keep going.
That shit happened to us on Park Ave.
And my heart
wasn't even
bumping.
It wasn't that. My man was really, really crip. Like the same. My man, I used to be with these niggas. Even though I was 5 and shit. I used to be with these niggas. He got them all, I mean, you could tell.
Yeah.
Car pull up, and they had already had the situation. Car pull up. We already know what it is. He take off. I'm just standing there like, they got them masked. They masked up. Guns. I didn't see it, but I knew who one of them was too, and some in my head, I don't know. Plus, I knew like, nigga, if y'all don't kill me, I'm gonna die. But I don't know. It wasn't even tough shit. I was just looking, and I was stuck. But I don't know. This nigga like, bro, they like the light was red. It was cars. They I mean, other than that, and that light hit, they was gonna let shit go. Like that. That's why I fuck with him. That's what I need to understand. Like, fuck all that, nigga. Y'all niggas y'all ain't got that type of luck. That nigga say, yo, what the fuck you doing? Turn back around. Come on, nigga. Grab me, ran.
He came back.
Yeah, like.
He thought you was on his ass until you looked back like,
yeah, you feel me? So it love like that. Like, nigga, this shit bigger than that. Like, and I already knew the type of time it was like, you know, it was. When this masked up and shit, you already know they out here to play. Like, yeah, it was just little shit, but back to the, and honestly, bro, those was the first niggas to really tell me, like, on some music shit. Like, yo, you nigga, like, you can make it, bro. You
that's another thing. Yo, you be surprised, like, you'll meet somebody, you know, that's from the streets, from the hood, that'll tell you faster than somebody that ain't to get out the hood. You feel me?
Real shit.
Like, it be them. And that's how you know, that's how you know where the real love at. You feel me? Like, homies that's out here all day, every day, blocking it. Look, young, you got a talent, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You don't need to be out here.
At least like 3 of my homeboys that died or some shit happened. Like not too long before they died. Like, yo, bro, get us out of this. Son. Like, yo, this shit crazy.
You got it,
bro. And it's like, then they died. Like that shit kind of just did something to me. Plus being distracted in the streets, period. But little deaths, that shit did shit to me. Like, damn, like, that shit eerie. Like, I want to do it. But then I was at a point where I was actually doing real stuff, and I like rapping. I wanted to rap, but I didn't understand what the fuck the line. I'm hearing all these rappers say all this shit. It's like, this nigga can't be doing this shit. Like, I don't want to even rap too much of it, and then motherfucker actually look at us and we doing this shit. So it was like, damn, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, so I always made different music where I could put emotions and life in my music. Well, once I chilled,
the hard shit.
once I chilled and I was able to chill and I was able to like, it's like I gave my gift to the universe. You know what I'm saying? I didn't polish it up, gave it back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now it's time for you to give it to them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So, and we're like, so how long you say you've been doing music? You think like just perfecting that shit? Because for me, man, I like to count that shit from when you start, bro.
Yeah, so I say I was probably like 12, 11. You know what I mean? I done sung in church choirs. You know what I mean? Like,
it was a white lady, bro, that told me, bro. My teacher. It was a teacher, like an 7th, 8th grade teacher or some shit. I used to win all the poetry contests in school. I was just nice. Just all the English classes. I just passed nothing.
Yeah, no problem.
And shit. So she like, yo, you ever thought about rapping? I'm like, what? Because I used to think, because you know now everybody rap. But for me, I used to love rap. Like I had music. I had so much music, tapes and shit, CDs, yo. I had so much music. I used to love music.
Yeah.
R&B, anything. I ain't give a fuck. I used to love music. So I thought it was something. You know what I mean? And I didn't think anybody could do this shit.
You had to be chosen.
Basically.
You gotta be a chosen one to be able to do it.
Like anybody can't do what Marvin Gaye did. Anybody can't do even what fucking R. Kelly do. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody, like pop, like you can't fucking just be pop, my nigga. Like you can't just be Biggie, bro. That ain't. I don't give a fuck how good you rap. It was something else.
You gotta be able to capture them.
Yeah,
capture your audience.
So I'm like, I don't know. And then my cousin, it was crazy. This shit was like I was sitting in the line, my cousin was like, yo, I found this website, yo. It's like you battle rap, but you typing the shit. It was way back, like when niggas, everybody ain't had computers.
Yeah.
Like, if you had a computer, nigga thought you was rich. It was like back then type shit. Like that shit had a little money. Fuck it. So we start doing it. We won a couple of them, and then we start recording music and shit. And I'm like, alright. And we start recording just on that computer. Then we start writing, and somebody's like, yo, that shit, somebody faded us, I ain't gonna lie. Nigga really faded us hard. But he faded the quality more so than anything. Like, yo, I can't even really listen to this shit. Like, alright, fuck it, let's go record in the real shit.
Been there. You know been there, bro. Been there. Like, hey, yo, back in my MySpace days, yo, if you listen to them songs on it, like, what the fuck, yo?
Yo, I'm gonna go check my MySpace, bro.
Hey,
I probably still got my shit.
I can search the songs. I can't, like, get into the MySpace and that, but I can search the songs that was on there. But I think now, like, it's been so long that it's dead. Like, I won't even be able to listen to the songs.
Like 15 years.
Yeah, that's what I used to call myself Fest. A-R-K-S.
Word up. So when you first get in the studio, what was your first studio experience?
Oh, man. I was with this group called Ghetto Official. Yeah, man, it was from Newark. I did a song with these dudes, man. And that was the first time I went in there, yo. That's when I met this cat who could rap. I ain't never heard no shit like this in my life. Well, boy came in there, yo, and went berserk. Went berserk. I was like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, I got nervous. I ain't gonna hold you. I got nervous, yo. I got real nervous. And I was like, damn.
His name was Tom Pope.
Oh, man. But boy was nice, yo. He was definitely nice.
Word.
Yeah, man, that was my first experience, man. Like, I went in there, it was like 15 people in there rapping and all that, yo. Like, and they had spent money on like an hour session, you know what I mean? And we went in, I'm waiting for Boy to finish, and then I go in there and I'm like, all right, I got this. You know what I mean? I sang. And when I was finished, everybody was just looking at me in the booth like, man, we thought this nigga was about to rap, dog. Like, this nigga went in there on this R. Kelly shit. Hey, yo, do that shit again, young boy. Like, that shit was fire. And it lit me up. So I started going and ooh, and I was like, I started feeling myself, yo. You know what I mean? I did. I started feeling it because I was the only one in there singing. Everybody else that came started rapping. Some niggas had to take like 5, 10 takes. But the one that made me nervous, he banged that shit. And it was over. You know what I mean? His section was over. I was like, damn. Alright. So I gotta go in there, heart pounding, go. Sing, dog. And I was like, yeah. Niggas was on me. I was like, yeah, yo, I'm fly with it. You know what I mean? And then, you know.
I think the first nigga I heard that was like, and it was my cousin baby father. He was Crip too, shit. So she was staying with us and shit. So he just came in on some just real nigga time, like, yo, I ain't gonna just come in, man, whatever and shit. He just started kicking it. He's like, oh, you rap and shit too and shit. So he's, man, this nigga spit. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm like, fuck this, man. This nigga was nice. Like, I thought this nigga was industry ready, right? I'm like, this nigga. So I'm like, all right. He's like, nah, you got it. Yo, just keep going. So I ain't see something for like a week and shit. So I ain't really writing nothing for a couple of days. I'm like, man. So I just wrote some shit. Just came back. We walking to get some. I think we walked to get some bud and shit like that. So I'm like, yo, look, listen to this shit I just wrote, bruh. Cause I respected this nigga on some rap shit.
Yeah.
Even though some hood shit, cause we had been around and shit. So he had showed. I mean, I seen it. I mean, nigga was really Crip, right? Mm-hmm. Motherfucker, that's crazy. Niggas gonna think I'm Crip or some shit. I said, motherfucker, but I spit and he was like, yo, you wrote that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, nah, son, that's some shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, oh, alright.
Yeah.
So I met my mans and shit. He was from Fort Dad, we in Barrington and shit. His sister was like real pretty, like model type. Mm-hmm. You know, all the money niggas like and shit. Of course she older than us and shit. So she was in there with nigga old Coop and shit. So she like yo, y'all wanna go to the studio? I'll make this nigga take y'all to the studio. So we like, alright, I'll give a fuck. We nervous. I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous. I'm more nervous cause she there. I ain't never really rap in front of no girl yet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Then, that's these niggas. And I know, like, I don't know these niggas, so if it's whack, they gonna go ham.
Yeah, they gonna geek on me.
So I go in there, I spit the shit I spit for son. I got like halfway, that shit just stopped. I'm like, my shit, I ain't gonna, bro. No bullshit.
Sweat.
My shit dropped, my heart dropped to me.
Sweat.
My shit dropped, bro. Like, I'm like, I ain't even want to look out there. But then, he like, yo, I look out this nigga on the floor. He like, yo, what the fuck? He like, nah, you gotta do that shit again.
Exactly.
I'm like, oh, like, yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I always seem to surprise niggas when I stop. Like, when the first track we ever got on together, we ain't expect that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
I got in there, bro. I spit, like, and this is what made me fuck with you. I ain't gonna hold you. This right here, that first day we got in the booth together. I came in there, you wasn't there yet. Mm-hmm. I laid down what I laid down. Mm-hmm. Then everybody started writing. Mm-hmm. You came in, started writing after everybody. Finished first. Word. Finished first and laid your track down, and I was like, oh, boy, beast. Like any different.
I just did it.
The one line I always remember you said, you don't know the shit I did for my brothers?
I wish you was in the video, man.
Bro, I could. I was busy, yo. They hit me for it. They hit me, but I was mad busy, yo. I had to work and all that
shit, because you know, I'll be riding bikes and shit now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my bike, and yo, this shit be weird. It ain't even weird to me. I just say it's weird because I know other people probably don't know the experience.
Yeah.
But for me, it's all dead. It's all in place. I was gonna go another way, but I ended up going past Ty shit, and then I saw a bunch of niggas in the back of Ty shit, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? Let me ride through this. And they're like, oh shit, nigga, we was about to call you. I'm like, what's going on? We about to do this video, but I'm like, oh shit. Like, alright, cool. Like, fuck it, this shit is how it's supposed to be.
You got snatched in.
That shit was lit, bro.
I was like, damn. And honestly, I forgot about the song.
Yo, and then on some real shit, just sing. I'm like, damn, this nigga can actually sing. I'm like, this shit, and then that shit actually added, made the song like it was dope. But then it was like that's what it was missing. We didn't even know it was missing that.
Yeah,
that's what it was missing right there. So what projects you working on?
I'm working on a few different ones, yo. Really, I'm about to shoot a video, my first music video. Make sure y'all go check that out. You feel me? That's Skyfall, shot by the boy Dakota. Instrumental by the boy Champ. It's gonna be fire, man. That's one of the projects we doing right now. I'm working on that. I got a few R&B joints that y'all gonna like. One of them called Water, so make sure y'all check that out. Another one called Goddess. Make sure y'all check that out.
You played a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah, probably heard a little bit of that in the beginning. Yeah. Hopefully he go out with Goddess for me. Yeah, I know y'all heard a little bit of that.
That's what I wanted to do.
And then I just got a whole bunch of shit that I'm working on right now, man. And I haven't dropped any albums or nothing like that. I dropped a bunch of singles. Yeah. So check me out on iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, any of the major platforms. You can hear a couple of my tracks. Most of the beats by your boy, King Mikey and Beast. Make sure y'all check him out. He a cannon with the instrumentals for real. Yeah. I mean, check those out. Yo, check me out. Y'all can check me out on SoundCloud /IIgo the Great. You feel me? You know what I mean? I'm gonna be a great one, man. Like IIgo the Great one. Y'all check that out on SoundCloud. Honestly, yo, when I was booked, I was locked up and I changed my name from Fest to my ego. I mean, because I had a big ego. I got a big ego on some real shit. Like, you can't tell me I'm an ugly dude. Even though I might be ugly, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, nothing anybody can tell me is going to lower my standard of myself. So,
like, I will get on you.
Exactly.
I will rip you.
And it's cool, dog. Like, niggas, like,
you can't do that to me.
Like, exactly. You can't make me feel like I'm less than what I know I am. So, I started calling myself my ego. And then my wife was like, my ego is just, you know, I don't know, it sounded like you about to say Migos. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. And I started playing with names and IIgo the Great. I watched a movie called The Prestige. You know what I mean? It's about two magicians that was going at it with each other, magic and shit. And his name was Danton. He's like, and his wife was like, Danton the Great. And I'm like, IIgo the Great one. Yeah, that sounds right. So, you know what I mean? I started calling myself IIgo the Great One, and then it just stuck.
My name was Problem Child at first. And then, this shit was bugged, right? One day, I came out of my grandma's house, I walked around the corner. My homeboy was like, yo, there go my nigga Tone Pope.
It is stuck.
I was like, what the fuck?
It is stuck.
It was just Tone Pope.
It's
and
stuck.
Then one day, because I used to build, I always used to build, bro, in a different time. Like, I always used to build, bro. So one day, he was like, yo, you the God, son, Pope the God, dude. So then it was just Tone Pope, Pope the God. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Plus, on some rap shit, I ain't gonna lie. I'm humble. I'll be chilling. But on some rap shit,
you're a cannon.
It's like,
you a cannon in my opinion.
And when I was young, bro, when I was young, I ain't gonna lie. I used to be on like when I was in high school, I ain't really go to club. I ain't really class.
Everybody go to class.
So when somebody be like, yo, you know what you call it here from such and such street, and what he a beast, and gassing me. So I go right to a nigga class, like, yo, what lunch you
got
want?
balls?
What lunch you want? Yo, I'm gonna come to your lunch.
Battle time.
Yeah, like
Battle
I used to be on shit. Nigga, one time I was in the hood. I forget my man's name, so I'm mad too. He from Second Ave. He was on 106 a couple times. He won like about 3-4 times. Nigga's a beast. I'm walking down the street.
It ain't the boy Moon, is it?
He's a Puerto Rican nigga.
Oh, nah.
He's some Puerto Rican nigga. And we chill out. I went and grabbed some bud. I was gonna say his name, but now I said grab some bud and shit. I don't know what this nigga doing. So I went and grabbed some bud from my man. He like, yo, I know somebody that raped me. I got $100 right now. So I'm like, what's up? So I'm gonna call him. So this nigga like, yo, I do it. So, you know what I mean? The money shit, I don't know what ended up happening. But he like, yo, fuck it, I don't care. I still got it. So we in front of the store, my nigga. Like, this before everybody's cell phone heavy with a fly camera. We in front of the store. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous that the hood started coming out. My sis was there killing. She started gassing. Yo, you better not let this nigga. I'm like, oh man, bro, he was snapping. He was like,
oh, turn on that.
I'm like, oh, but I'm like, you know what? Let me be told, Pope. I ain't even going to be all. I know what I mean. So I just rapped how I rap. I ain't even go good. I just gave them bars. And then I was freestyling too. Like I was giving it to niggas like, and it was cool because look, I rap on my regular voice. I ain't go on no extra shit. So niggas had to listen. Niggas had to.
What he say? He said something that mattered.
Niggas had to listen, like, cause I wasn't loud and so we went like 2 rounds. Niggas like, yo, I ain't.
You can't even say.
And this nigga like, yo, I'm gonna keep it real, my nigga. I don't know, bro. I ain't saying I lost, nigga. I ain't saying I lost, nigga, but you dope.
It was a nice battle, and that's what's great about it. Like this battle rap shit today, it's more about. It's
more disrespectful.
It's just more about being disrespectful. Who the most disrespectful?
I got killed though, and I gotta say this because I love the shout. I gotta shout this nigga out. This nigga younger side stuff, bro. He's an older dude. He won like a lot of hip hop shits, like the competitions with that shit. You really gotta know. Man, this nigga all drunk, and I'm thinking, you know, but he the fucking drunken master. I ain't know that. You know, niggas, I'm thinking he drunk, some bullshit. He like, oh, you rap, nigga? He talking shit. So I'm like, man, fuck, what's up, nigga? Like, fuck it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like borderline fight, but rap. Like, what you a battle, but nigga, fight was on the table type vibes. Like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. And we went, and I ain't gonna lie, bro.
He was ready to fight.
Like he drowned me. Like he let me go. He let me go first.
Hey, he was
like,
ready to rumble, son.
Bro, this nigga drowned me.
Ready to fight.
And he was freestyling. He ain't give me no rating. He ain't give me nothing rating.
Coming right off the dome.
He flooded me, bro. Like I'm talking about. He just killed my shit. I'm like, man. I'm like, alright, bro. Like he like, nah. He like, real shit. You nasty though. You nasty. But you just can't fuck with me. I've been doing this shit since been doing it. Yeah. You really can't fuck with me.
You know, he said I got drowned.
I was mad as hell. I ain't that shit. That's the type of shit I went and grabbed some bud in the house. Like, nah, ain't nobody be nice. But he respected me. Couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks later, niggas like, yo, what's up? We're going to the studio. Come to the studio with us. You know what I mean? Like him and the whole group, like, yo, come with us. I'm like, oh wow. Yeah, say that. Like I ain't lose. I got school, nigga. It's a difference.
It's different.
I took that.
It's big difference.
But how you feel about this music shit right now, man? Like just
music changes, man. That's how I see it. Music changes, you know, and in time. It's gonna change again. It's gonna go from the
good music out.
Do I listen to it?
Yeah, like, is it anything good?
I honestly, yo, I listen to niggas like Joyner Lucas.
Yeah.
I listen to Joyner Lucas. I like Joyner Lucas, man.
Dizzy
Like,
Wright. I listen to Dizzy Wright. You know what I mean? There's a couple underground.
that's really it, bro. Like, I don't really listen to
Raps
these
up,
raps.
man, because for me it's that consistent dumbass message. Like, it's cool. You get it to me in your first album. You know, where's growth on this second joint? It's not really music. It's not the artist.
It's like they doing the music that other people want them to do.
It's poison.
Exactly.
Poison, bro.
You know what I mean?
Poison.
Like, and that's what I could say about Joyner Lucas. Like, it's not poison.
Yeah, he's saying shit.
You know what I mean? It's not poison. Like,
shit.
Like that ADHD shit, that's real. Like, I love that song.
Yeah.
I love the song ADHD by The Bull.
Yo, you fuck with Joe.
See, I don't listen to none of them niggas. Because on the real side, like, I feel like everybody doing the same shit. Everybody sound the same.
Joel Ortiz, you know, he was down with Slaughterhouse and all that shit.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Like, he made human music. Like, the one joint you gotta check out, it's called Phone. I was like, that shit, like,
I'm gonna go check that out today when I get in the car.
Anxiety. Cause, you know, niggas got anxiety.
See, I like shit like that.
It's
like when you touch a subject that people actually deal with.
Yeah, and it wasn't on the shit like he rapping about it for the people with anxiety.
Coming from
his anxiety. And it was like, bro, when I was riding my bike and I heard it, and I'm like, damn. I just had to stop and breathe. Like, damn, son. Like, I never heard another person who understood it. Because I ain't know I had anxiety until I was grown and I'm studying books and I'm like reading different type of shit. And I'm like,
you starting to understand.
And I'm like, oh shit, that's what that shit is. It's anxiety. Like, alright. And hearing somebody else speak shit, like, I like that type of music that you listen to and you like, damn, that's hard. It didn't real talent anyway, but when it means some shit.
Yes. Like when the music means, that's why I said earlier, R&B, for me, touch emotion.
I don't like R&B right now.
Why?
The R&B that's
the R&B that's out right now?
Yeah, like this R&B.
I'm good. R&B. That's not Mary J. That's not Monica. That's not
something else. I heard one of the Migos say we need our own genre. The new people need their own genre. I agree. You called it trap soul. I said that's beautiful.
I listen to some.
Nah, but he was just talking about this whole new movement in music.
But it's all not trap soul though.
Yeah, it's not.
We're right. It's all not trap soul. It's trap music. Then you got trap soul music.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like Bryson Tiller, that's trap soul music.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And the other boy, the fat boy.
I
don't listen to him like that.
Rod Wave.
Yeah. I don't really listen to niggas. I mean, I make my own music, so I can't.
So I listen to a lot more of my shit than I do anybody else shit. Or instrumentals.
And older shit.
That's where you pick up from.
I ain't got time. I ain't, cause I don't want to.
Like it's crazy because I've been listening to a song lately. I listened to a song that I'd rather listen to this song than to listen to a lot of the rap that's out today. Some white dude. What he say? 50 ways to leave your lover. You ever hear that shit? Yo, I was listening to this shit. Yo, I was geeking in this song, like, but it's a good song.
It's a dude, I don't know him because he one of the people that, you know when you play a YouTube video and it's a song already playing, you gotta listen to it like 20 seconds. It was on that. And I just ended up listening to the whole shit. He was a redneck. I'm saying he's a redneck. He said
that's what he said.
Yeah. But he was rapping. The reason I like him is because he rap redneck shit.
I think I know they got redneck. They got redneck trap.
Yeah, and he wasn't talking about he wasn't like pretending to be a street nigga. He wasn't doing none of that. He was rapping redneck experiences and shit like that.
Getting drunk, riding in his tractor, shit like that.
Think he a racist and shit like that. I'm like, yo, I like
he was
shit
true
like
to self.
that. Yeah, I like shit
He
like
was true
that.
to self. That's what makes music. When you true to self.
That's hip hop.
Like this shit that they rocking with now,
That's
Lil Uzi
hip-hop.
Vert. That nigga rock dresses. He wear dresses and talk about some bullshit. Yeah.
I never heard, yo, you know what's crazy?
I never heard a song by this
I never
nigga.
heard a song.
Only time I ever heard him was in that
It's
Migos song.
Nah, you know what I heard? All My Friends Are Dead. Because for some reason everybody was playing that. It's a song he's saying, All My Friends Are Dead. Some shit like that.
I ain't never heard it.
But then the vibe for me.
I never
And
heard
it's
it.
clear, young boy, I don't know what's going on as they business.
Never
But
heard
it's
it.
cool.
They some
That's-
weird ass
that's what do
niggas.
thing.
They weird.
Yeah, it's some other
They sold,
shit.
they sold.
It's some other shit.
Yeah,
Because no matter how you like try to slice it, because I was talking to somebody, right? And he was just talking about, I think they was already having a conversation, so I wasn't fully immersed in it. But it got to like how, basically how industry motherfucker ain't looking at like the dudes who trying and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but fuck them niggas. We already that. We just got the fucking
they
fans.
missing the Big L. They missing the Tupac.
Yeah, like,
they
we
missing the
don't-
Biggie.
Well,
They
we
missing
just ain't got the support.
KRS Ones. They missing all of that. They don't have none of that.
He trying to, like, I don't know, he like somebody like I guess looking our way at independent artists. I don't know what the fuck. But I'm like, fuck that. We is that. Fuck these niggas. And I'm like, bro. And then this shit weird. It's all like old boy, like what? Young Thug had him in the dress, and he like, hey, mama, you niggas Young Thug put on this and that. I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, bro, like, like, nah.
What is he promoting?
Like, nah, like, it ain't even nothing against him, but nah, bro.
What
I'm
is he
man,
promoting?
bro.
He promoting some bullshit.
This shit I ain't getting into. It's a lot of shit I wouldn't get into. And it's like, yo, you do your thing, whatever. Now, it's like he doing a lot of shit that's supposed to be good. I don't know. But for me, fuck all that. It's just certain shit I'm not into. Like, do your thing. He seemed like maybe it is I do, whatever. But it's just a world I don't exist in.
Exactly.
It's really an extra world out there that I won't exist in. Like, I don't want no parts of. You know what I mean? I'm cool being independent and building. Because it's a lane for us. Especially right now. And being a creative and the music motherfuckers is making, because we making some shit.
Exactly.
Like, this shit is, like, powerful, bro. Like,
Exactly.
This
shit for the birds.
This word, like, and the message, the consistent
That's
message.
what I'm saying. Like, what are you promoting to these people, to these babies?
And then they mad at JD because he said something about female rappers and shit. And it's like, it's true. All y'all heard about this?
And how good they now is and all that.
And prostituting, basically. And that's true. And then, you know what I'm gonna say? How you feel about the Eminem shit, man? They basically trying to kick Eminem out of hip hop.
Fuck out of here. Yo, listen, that's the only that's the only white boy that I feel like is a gat.
Bro.
Period.
Bro.
Period. M is a gat from phase 1 to phase whatever he in now. He's a gat. He's a gat.
I don't even know where that shit coming from.
He a gat. He mad because he coming at they mumble rappers.
Like but M is
He's
been
like that.
And then for me, it's like, nigga, you say some shit like that, and if I gotta say interviews with this nigga, you sit there and talk to, first of all, how the nigga grew up anyway. You can't even say the bullshit like that. All that white privilege, dumb shit.
None.
You can see
none. He told you every piece of his life story.
But then on top of that, if you talk about hip hop with that nigga, he is
more
lyrical.
Lyrical.
And he knows niggas. Like, he will bring up motherfuckers you probably ain't heard of. Like, he knows these niggas.
If y'all gonna kick him out of hip hop, kick the rest of them niggas out. Kick out the Migos.
Well, then, this was the crazy part. It was like, somebody asked, like, alright, so you saying kick all the white boys out, kick, like, MGK, Beastie Boys, and all these niggas.
Beastie Boys was gas.
Like, nah.
No.
So it's like, why y'all hating on that man? What he do?
He came at they mumble rappers. That's what happened. He came at the. He came for the niggas that
Everybody on
ain't
my
got no
side.
skills.
Mm-hmm.
They using nothing but auto tunes and sounds.
It's whack. It's over. Like, it's whack.
They using nothing but auto tunes and sounds. That's it.
That's what I'm glad, bro. When Mike T says you was doing your shit, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get, bro, cause you a beast, bro. Like, man,
I appreciate
real
that.
artists gotta go in. But that's why I was glad. Like I said, I always loved music and shit, but I was just sitting back just a couple years, cause I ain't do nothing since 2018, right? I was working on mixes when I had stopped. But the joint I played you, Real Nigga Pass that was the first joint I recorded and wrote when I started writing.
That joint smack.
So when that shit was written, it was like, oh shit, this shit like it wrote itself almost. Like it was just been waiting for a long time to be written.
It's smack. It's smack. Like I said, man, you gotta send me something.
Yeah,
I need something to ride to.
Email now. I want to see this project. Hopefully this shit come out in order. Before we get out of there, definitely want to hear this. I think we heard that.
Check out the new song, Goddess. It's not complete. This is y'all hearing this here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all hearing it here.
So
Y'all may have heard it a little bit on my Facebook.
What you doing the video for? The first one we heard earlier?
Skyfall.
Oh, wait,
Nah. It's a chant beat. Tell me about the skating.
Take on my hand, I'm not worthy of a love. Guess I'm the lucky one. Got all you want, I got to try. And she lied, won't let go. Try so hard to leave, she said no. I hate to leave my goddess home alone. But when that money call a nigga out the door. You're a goddess. Darling, you're a goddess. Yeah, I worship you. I'm in love with you. I wanna give you everything. Girl, I will do anything. Yeah, I worship you. Yeah, I'm in love with you. Yeah, I wanna give you everything. Bless me with a few kids, make home feel like a mansion. Ride around that old ride, but baby girl ain't trippin'. We fuss and we fight, but they ain't no different. We got that something they don't. Real love, that's true love, that's something they won't. My love, that's true love, that's something you won't.
I know you think it's from the R&B beat. That, all that in the background?
Now it's told me to be romantic. Strawberry wine with the getting like we don't need nothing fancy. Just a little conversation and a little bit of dancing. And a whole lot of chemistry. We don't really street, but we and she a fucking bitch. Yeah, God is so she'll be my best friend. Ride through, kick it, then down to the end. I promise the same. Yeah, God is so she'll carry my name. Bless me with my kid. And she'll bear my sins.
That's me.
That's cool.
Now,
Yeah, this video, bro.
Hey, yeah, man. I'll be shooting this video on the 8th, man. It's nothing major. It's just gonna be me. You know what I mean? A couple other people in it. Thanks to the people that do participate in my video.
We know what you need.
Say no more, baby. You know I'll give you a holler, man. You know I got your jack now, so.
Well, that was I hit you from my number and shit. My shit dead. I had to hit you from my daughter's shit. I'm like, I can't let this nigga leave.
Reached out and just
yeah, I'm like, I can't let this nigga leave. But yeah, I'm glad you took. Yo, we was having a bad and man, you been through some shit. But what part of this time did you get into like even spirituality or God or anything? When
I met my wife, man.
That shit came on. Like, you know, the first time that shit, I mean, I told you I used to listen to Farrakhan, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've been in church as a kid.
Yeah, but that shit ain't clicked. That shit was nothing.
It was always questioning.
Yeah, it was
and it was more like, the questions came from not understanding.
Yeah.
Not from.
Like they didn't understand.
Exactly. It didn't come from a place of wanting to know. It came from more of not understanding. But, you know, when you start growing up and you start experiencing things in life, going through what you're going through, and, you know, you meet certain people that start showing you things instead of saying them to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like I said, when I met my wife, man, like, it's when I felt like, you know, God started talking to me, or I started taking heed to the avenues God was pointing me down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or, you know, like I always get my wife saying, you know, because for the longest I would tell her, like, I don't have a God. I don't have anything I really believe in. Mm-hmm. That's your God. You know what I mean? And things just start happening. It started happening in our lives. And she would say to me, do you believe in my God now?
Yeah, you can't even deny shit.
Exactly. And I'm like, you know, he talking to me, you know, like, but as of like the last few months, I want to say like the last year for real, you know what I mean? I started really taking heed that there's a God up there, man. That there's a God in this universe that knows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real.
That knows. He may not know the direction everybody gonna choose.
But free will.
Exactly. That's why we have that free will. But like you said earlier, he's like a parent. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like you could tell your kid, don't touch that, don't touch that, don't touch that. But then eventually you're gonna say, you know what?
Yeah,
go ahead and keep touching it.
That voice leave.
Go ahead and touch it that one good time and fuck yourself up. Yeah. And then you know, like, damn, I should have listened. Mm-hmm. That's the same thing I got up here. That's the same thing I get in here. That's the same thing I get in here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where it's either you're going to take heed to those three things or you're going to ignore and fall victim to what you didn't want to fall victim to. Exactly. Like we all say we went in there blindly. No, you didn't.
Yeah, you knew the shit. You
knew the shit. You felt the shit. Yeah. It told you, don't do that. Don't. Don't.
Hey, go on.
Now you sitting in your cell.
Bust that left.
Crying.
Don't go that.
Don't go that right. Bust this left right here. You go right and bam, you right in the dumb shit. Right ain't always right. You feel me? So, you know, and then I read this thing that says sometimes the worst things are the right things. And when I read it, I said, man, that's some bullshit. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, like we was talking about.
It didn't make sense to me. Like, how can the worst things be the right things? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then something happened where it was like, I felt like it could have been the worst thing that ever happened, but it was the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Well, it was the right thing that happened. You feel me? It was more or less like, you know, when somebody in your life that don't need to be there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or you in a job that you don't want anymore, but you forced to keep doing it and doing it. The right thing would be to keep the job. The wrong thing would be to leave that job. Yeah.
But the motherfucker that feel good is way different than that.
Exactly. So you can leave that job because in heart to heart, that's what you felt you needed to do.
But you got to have some faith.
Exactly.
If you ain't got that,
exactly,
then you kind of just out
done.
there. You kind of just out there. And that's,
so you run into that subject of leaving that job, and now you got some bills that need paid and blah, blah, blah. Now, that could be the worst things that's happening to you in that moment. You feel me? And then now you are behind in this bill, and that bill, and that bill, but then the next month that come around, you run into somebody in the corner store that say, hey, I'm looking for workers to do X, Y, and Z. And bam, it's something that you able to do.
Right.
So the worst thing that you did turned out to be the best thing that you did.
Never know the shit going on.
You never know the shit, man, until you actually follow your heart.
Yeah.
Follow your heart. Follow those little voices in your head.
Like I always said, I be asking people if you had that. And then I ask some people, and they be like, what you talking about? And I realize everybody don't have that voice.
I mean, it's not just thoughts.
Everybody don't have that little voice.
Yeah, they don't have that voice.
What that is.
And then even if they don't have it, they think that little voice in their head is them thinking the words that they about to come out their mouth.
Yeah, they think it's them, or they think,
you feel me?
or
That's
they ignored it so long that they can't hear it no more. Some shit like that.
Exactly.
But
that's not you. That's that voice in my head that was like, you know, like today. I hit Mikey like, no, not today, but the other day when Mikey was here.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And he said what he said. I'm like, yo, that voice in my head was like, yo, what Pope? I'm like, what's up? That's what came out my mouth. What's up? And now I'm here with you today.
Real shit.
You feel me? And this ain't gonna be the last time I'm here. I got here and I saw my angel number 222, baby, and that told me something. That told me a whole lot.
Get some music done, do some more saying that.
Exactly. Some videos.
For me, man, it was I told you I just did the Buddhism. I was into that Buddhist teachings, but then I started doing. I came out here, and this shit crazy. But I used to work at a job. I used to work at pt.2, 12-hour shifts. So I would have my headphones. I'm listening to lectures for 12 hours. I'm listening to different shit, meditating, I'm breathing, doing different techniques. But sun was opening up, and I started doing Black history, right? So got to a point where Black history stopped. I was like, I need to do human history. And it was nothing. And then I literally just opened up and just said this. I said to the universe, straight up, listen, I just want to know. And I don't really care what it is.
What the results are. I feel like I need to know.
Yeah, I'm not biased. I don't care if we wasn't the original people. I don't give a fuck if the original humans was white, black, yellow. I literally said, I said, yo, I just want to know. And I said, I think what happened was, it's coming to me, literally right now. I submitted to the universe, to God. I submitted to whatever they call it, will of God. Or I submitted to nature, to spirit. I submitted in that moment. You know, I've been following that since then. Since I've been following, a lot of shit been happening. I've been able to understand a lot of things beyond what people understand being pointed. What's on, bro? I will be on my way to the weed now. Son, what's up? Like we just said, ain't that up? I make that up. Go to the bookstore. I'm wild. I could literally feel, smell it. And shit. I'm walking around looking. I'm just glancing at books and trying to see something. I feel that shit. It's like it's in there, whatever I need. It's my library come from. I got a bigger library upstairs than this. But all these books was like being picked for me. Because I ain't have a teacher. You know, we did.
What's crazy is, my little brother gave me this book before.
Word?
I'm thinking about it. He got this book in my attic.
That's why.
And he told me to read this book.
That's why.
He told me to read this book like months ago, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. And when I get home and I go in my attic, once I get home and get a chance to go up there, I send you a picture of both books.
Word. That's why.
You know what I mean? But he been told me to read this book.
And just being pointed and just like certain times, it's like you meditate and having real experiences, different things happening, real understandings of them. And it's like not that something new happened to me, right? But I shared all the illusion and all the fake shit that was. And I got to see some of what truth was, some of what I was, what we are, what I am. And from there it was nothing else. So yeah, I still be acting in the world, right? I still be here. I still can be toned. I can still smoke this shit. That shit don't do nothing to me. See, I ain't no goofy high. I ain't super hungry. I ain't dumb shit. I smoke because I want to. I don't do nothing for me, bro. None of this shit, though. I control all my energy. Like, not all of it. Or what exists to me right now. I be able to control shit, right? In a different mind. And see things with a different eye. These things been happening to me throughout these years. So, even with health problems, like, you know, I was bigger, right? So what happened is, even I decided for my family to try something else. But one day I walked into Panda Express in State College 2 years ago, and this lady is like, I don't know, Buddha's Panda. This lady, she said, "You Buddha?" I'm like, she's like, "Buddha no eat meat." And I don't lie. Swear to God, bro, my appetite for meat went down. Something happened. I started just not having an appetite for that shit. And it was just going away on its own. And then, I ain't know nothing. I was a vegetarian for 6 months before. I ain't know nothing about vegan and all that bullshit. But it was something else happening. And then, really start opening up and really having these understandings. And I said this, I want to meet the God family, this family of God. Like, true, these people, they don't always know who they is, though. That's the thing. I ask God to take me to them, bring them to me, let us meet. They don't always know who they is. They don't always know who we are. So I meet them, and I'm like, yo, that shit dope. I met Mike. I always saw Mike in the mall. And sometimes I just speak to him because he's black. I ain't gonna lie. And I don't even know how we just started kicking it. We used to be kicking it. But he could do Mike. Know he wanted God, you can tell. I know no bullshit. Me and you. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy because we ain't see each other in a minute, but ain't nothing, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, I seen this nigga last week.
Some love right there. It's like I just seen you like days ago, and it ain't even.
So I know who God, like I met my man in the store and shit. I met him through somebody else, and it's like, it's all love. It's like I be knowing who God is, different people. You just letting them know. It's like you just there let them know, like, yo, damn. Bro, if only you knew. And this is cool, it's a process, but it's just the sharing. Like you said, the sharing. Just, all right, now you knew you were in PA. You didn't know. Now you can live this life and be present and up to date.
And be comfortable.
Be here and now. And get to know yourself even. And get to know shit because it's a process. But you'll see it unfolding. God talk to you more and bring you more in and bring you more out. And then you're like, oh shit, and you live a different world. Because then you understand. Look at everything you've been through. You so equipped for life. Ain't nothing to be scared of no more. Ain't no fear. You lost so much that you realize ain't no such thing as loss. Here I come, buddy. Like, ain't no real loss because you still here. Ain't no part of you feel lost. This life. You realize life go on. People go, come, go. Things happen. But you know that something in there is still you. Something ain't leaving. Something is who it is, beyond your name or anything else. It's something there that you know you can't help. Exactly. It's something there that's a lion. You ain't talking to me like that. It's not a gangster. It's not nothing. It's something else. It's just bigger. It's not a violent thing. It's not nothing. Even when you talk about the job, it's not the job bad. It's just, you know, oh, I'm bigger than this environment.
Exactly.
And this shit, all right, cool. And it speak to you that much to say, every day, to whisper in your ear and say, we gotta get the fuck out of here. However it tell you, however it tell you, whenever you look up and you know, I can't do this shit for long. That's that voice. Or you in that relationship and you know, I don't belong here. I can't get this bitch pregnant. Well, she know, man, I can't let this nigga get me pregnant. Something in you know something. Anything. Something know, like, when they come pick you up, yo, I ain't even ready, son. Just go ahead, bro. I'll meet y'all there. something noticed, something told you, man, something slowed you down. These are little things. This be the God in you. But then one day, you say, you know what? Let me see what it really is. And you are that. And then you speak the voice. It don't speak to you. You speak the voice. And then you don't even just go to the car and say that. You go to the car and say, yo, bro, this shit don't even feel right, yo.
Exactly.
Y'all don't even go out.
I feel the need to sugarcoat nothing.
No, this shit don't feel right, yo. I don't even think y'all should go out, but I ain't going out. God bless. I'm going back in the crib. You know, it's a different vibe. You ain't scared that they don't fuck with you no more.
Cool.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Something bad happened. You thanking God and all that, but you still pray for them. All that shit, like it's a different voice though. So
yeah.
I'm just glad you came to kick it, my nigga.
Yeah, man.
We
definitely gotta do that again.
Yeah.
Love, man.
God bless.
This one gonna be a good one. Take your time, Pastor. Talk to him. Fuck with the Pope.
I can't stop winning. W after W. pt.2. Tell them that I am the storm, bro. This is not calm. See the shit, plain as day. They not gonna stop me. They gotta watch me drop bombs. Just wrote the books of Tone Pope. I mess around and write songs. Brody, I paint pictures and spit scriptures. I don't write songs. I'm the shit that happened when you finally turn the lights on. The cleanup, man, I mean it, fam. It smell like shit in here. It's tight strong. My house been condemned. What's the word? Why y'all laughing? Oh, y'all don't fuck with me no more. It's G's. I get the message. My word, I ain't even stressing. Tone Pope, I'm what would be if Jesus was aggressive and the number blocks was heaven and they sent me to come check shit. I bought the sword of truth, cause y'all been acting reckless. Not just out your body though, y'all been acting headless. My little cousins wildin', hitting licks and taking fed trips. The cousins can't hold water. Pretty boys stay flying live, remind me of my daughter. I hate that shit, I love you though. Nino on the rooftop, I hate I God slug you, bro. I am my brother's keeper. I was your guardian. You turn me to the reaper, not no turn the other cheeker. Not when it come to evil, like I ain't survived hell or something. I ain't with the belly bumping. Put a hole in your stomach like your fucking belly button. Shit bag your bitch ass. Quick jab for your bitch ass. Your new friends better watch they back. Quick stabs from your bitch.
Hey man, fuck this nigga, keep it moving.
I can't stop winning. W after W. TonePope.com. Tell them I am the storm, bro. This is not calm. I'm the shit that happened when you finally turn the lights on. You the shit that happened when you think the cure is Lysol. They mad as fuck. They should've never turned this mic on. Moses with a mic. If the Buddha had bars, I call him the Pope. You call him the God. Sold the game for some chains, couple cars, clothes, disgusting bras. Sold the hood out for tax reduction. So when you see me out, don't ask me nothing. I'm from the hood, but now you Ashley cousin. Mad like this ain't no tracks or something. Catfish, that real nigga shit is all cat be frontin'. I came to tear the roof off, I'm Captain Crunching. God gave me the world, I ain't come to ask for nothing. Bringing worth with this heat, I'm putting church in the street. Please don't have past the punching. Quick temper, sick with it. Can't stop this with no mask. You bugging, Tone Pope. The God is coming.
Fuck with the